I'm Gilpatrick from Boomers Forever Young, and I'd like to welcome everyone who's watching the video, and I'd like to congratulate you for taking the steps to take control of your health and your life. And on the webinar that you attended, we talked about the ultimate stress relief technique. It's called EFT or tapping. And we have a special package of videos for you that are all about tapping. That's part of the special package that you got. And on this video, we're going to explain about tapping and what it is and how it works. And tapping became very popular about 10 years ago. And it continued to gain in popularity and still continues to gain in popularity, primarily because it's so effective and it's had such a dramatic effect on so many people's lives. And recently, Dr. Oz had a tapping specialist on his TV show by the name of Nick Ortner. And Nick has written a best-selling book on the technique of tapping. And also, every year he does an online tapping summit. And it's very popular and successful, and about 500,000 people attend this summit every year. Tapping is a really powerful and dynamic technique that allows you to activate your acupuncture meridians by tapping on your fingertips and to change your thoughts and beliefs that might not be serving you. And everyone's familiar with acupuncture, whereby there's a life force energy that's running through the channels of your body, and it gets stimulated by needles. Well, in this case, we're not going to be using needles. We're going to be tapping on our fingertips to stimulate those same channels. And by using tapping and affirmations together, you can create all new beliefs and thoughts that will help facilitate your health and your happiness. Now, we've been told that baby boomers have been experiencing different kinds of stress in their lives, like concerns over money and concerns about their grandchildren and their children, and also their health. And as you learn tapping, you are going to be able to take control over these stressors. And you're not going to be able to control the whole environment as much as you might like to, but you are going to be able to control the way that you react to the things that are stressful in your environment. And I am going to teach you step by step exactly how to do tapping and how to get very good at it. And the technique that you're going to learn is very easy to learn. And I've added in some additional components from NLP and from bioenergetic therapy that make it even better than regular tapping. And I've been fortunate to have studied with people like John Caputo, who is a master bioenergetic therapist. And I've studied with many other people over the 20 years that I've been a holistic health therapist. As a result, I was able to create the technique that you're going to learn now. And it's very effective and easy to use. And you'll be tapping on your fingertips. Some people call it freedom at your fingertips. And remember, you're activating your acupuncture meridians. And by tapping on your meridians, and with the right words, you're going to be able to change your thoughts and beliefs. Imagine a radio that's plugged in and it's playing a certain tune. And then imagine you can unplug that same radio, plug in a different one that's playing a different tune. That's what it's like when you do tapping. You can literally change the tune that's playing in your head. And as you tap, you can literally create new thoughts and beliefs instantly. Most of you know Jack Canfield. He's the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul. And what he says about EFT is that EFT is the most powerful and transformational new technique to come along in years. And he highly recommends it. There are many benefits that you'll derive from tapping, the most important of which is managing your stress. And general life can be very stressful. And anything from driving in traffic where there's road rage, or relating to certain friends or family members that you might have difficulty relating to, even going to the grocery store. Okay? You can also tap to facilitate weight loss. You can tap to alleviate your pain. You can tap on phobias that you might have. You can even tap to alleviate post-traumatic stress disorder. And you'll be able to manage your overall emotional state very easily and create positive thinking and a general state of happiness. And so I will see you on the next video where I'm going to teach you exactly where to tap, and I'm going to show you everything that you need to know about tapping. And there's going to be followed by a series of videos focused on specific issues that many baby boomers are facing today.
Happy 2017. I'm Larry from Boomers Forever Young. I want to thank you for letting us have a record year. Without you, we would not have been able to do it. We have a lot of big developments that are going to be taking place for 2017. We're going to have new products. We're going to have improvements on some of the products that we have already. We've got a lot of great things happening. You're going to see more informational videos. We're going to give you all sorts of good cutting-edge information. A lot of you have made New Year's resolutions. New Year's resolutions are wonderful. I make them myself. I know that you make them. I don't always get to keep all of mine, but I know that that's the way it is in the world. I would only suggest that if you have to keep any resolution, it's the one with Boomers Forever Young. It's your health. If you don't have good health, you don't have anything. So our commitment to you is that we are going to give you superior products. We're going to give you cutting-edge anti-aging information. We want to take our initiative to help you even more than we did in 2016. So I would like to introduce Bob. He's going to take it from here. And
hello, everybody. This is Bob Gilpatrick from Boomers Forever Young. I wanted to say Happy New Year to everybody and wish everyone that 2017 is the greatest year that you ever have. I wanted to give people some tips on accomplishing your New Year's resolutions. You know, only about 8% of the people that ever make New Year's resolutions really accomplish them. So the first step that you want to do is be sure to write down your New Year's resolution. There's power in writing things down. It really makes it tangible. The next thing you want to do is display the resolution that you have in writing along with some pictures of it already being accomplished onto a vision board of some kind that you will keep in your bedroom or even on your computer screen. And you also need to have a written affirmation that goes with it, something that sounds something like this. I am so grateful for the 15 pounds that I have already released and for the next 5 pounds that I am about to release. And you want to infuse these affirmations with emotion. So when you're saying these affirmations, you need to feel what it's really going to feel like in your body as if you've already accomplished this. So these are the tips for the New Year's. Happy New Year again, everybody, and I'll look forward to seeing you. Bye. Hello, this is Bob, and on this video today, we are going to learn how to do manual lymphatic drainage. And the reason that you want to learn to do lymphatic drainage is that the lymph system, among many other things, is a major part of the process of detoxification for your body. And it used to be many decades ago that our lymph system worked just fine on its own and would detoxify our bodies to the extent that we needed it. But now, in this modern day and age, we have a lot more toxicity. It's the industrial age. There's tire dust from the roads and pollution in the air and the water. And our lymph system can't always keep up with the detoxification that needs to be done. And so there's a technique where you can help speed up the flow of the lymph in your body so that it will detoxify you more completely. And your lymph is a system of fluid similar to your blood, and you have just about the same amount of lymph fluid in your body as you do blood. But unlike where your blood is pumped continuously by your heart, your lymph doesn't have its own pumping system. Rather, it has a series of valves that open and close, and they're all throughout your body. And they open and close very slowly, and as they do, the fluid slowly moves through your body. However, it doesn't have to only go at that speed. You can actually force your lymph to move along a little bit faster by massaging yourself gently just in the right places and in the right direction, and you can significantly enhance your ability to fight off infections and get the fluid out of your cells that needs to get out and into the lymph fluid and up into the parts of your body, the nodes and your liver where the detoxification occurs. And so to do lymph drainage, you want to understand that lymph primarily drains towards your heart. So lymph that is in your face and your neck drains down towards your heart, and the lymph that is in your feet and your legs and your chest and back drains up toward your heart. Ultimately, all of the lymph comes up to this spot right here in your lower neck before it goes to your heart and then over to your liver. And so knowing that, just remember, if you're not sure which direction to push the lymph fluid, that it drains towards your heart. So from the top it comes down, and from the bottom it comes up. So the first place that you want to begin to learn to massage is in the spot right at the bottom of your neck, and it's just above the bones, which are your collarbones here, your clavicle bones. And if you take your thumb and finger and hold them about an inch apart like this, and touch those collarbones right here, and then slowly push in like this and come up until you get to the point where you begin to feel the soft tissue in your neck. That's a spot where you have lots of lymph nodes, and you want to be able to massage that and drain those lymph nodes to be able to get started doing lymph drainage. So the way you do it is you just gently push in, maybe about 1/4 of an inch, and push in and then push your fingers down. So you're coaxing the lymph to move down into your heart. So you're going to do this about 6 or 7 times. And you don't want to go really fast. You want to just gently push in and down, and then relax for a second or two, and then push in and down again. Right now, this is one of the areas where people have some difficulty. They're not sure they're pushing exactly on the right place, and so there's always questions about this. Am I doing this right? And so let's just review it again. You can find a very center spot right here in between your two collarbones. And if you push in, you can feel that soft tissue, and then off to the side, you'll feel your collarbones. It's very hard if you push in. And then as you move up towards your neck, eventually when you push in, you'll feel that it's soft tissue now, and that's where you're going to push. And so once you have drained out these clavicle nodes, you're then going to drain the lymph out of your neck and your face, and there's a specific sequence that you want to use and a way to do it. The easiest way is to cup your hand and just put your hand onto your neck like this and gently push in and then gently push down. Now, remember, you're never going to drag your hand across any part of your body when you're doing lymph drainage. And I'll use my arm to demonstrate. Lymph in your arm drains up, and some people might want to go like this and think they're draining your lymph. You're actually not doing it right if you do it that way. You want to push in and up like this, and then lift your hand up and move to another spot and push down and up. So when you, back to your neck, when you're doing it on your neck, you want to push in and just gently push down without dragging your hand, and then move it up so that this part of your hand can get underneath your chin, and push in and down. You never do this. Now that's one way to do it with your hand cupped. The other thing you can do is use your fingertips You can put your fingertips onto your neck and push in and down and lift them up, move up a little bit, push in and down, lift up, push in and down. And you can go off to the sides of your neck, start towards the bottom, push in and down, in and down, and in and down. And some people will ask, well, how much pressure am I supposed to use? The rule of thumb is about the weight of a nickel. So it's a very soft touch therapy. Your lymph vessels are right near the surface of your skin, and they are very delicate. And if you push too hard, you're just going to squash them flat and the lymph won't move at all. So when you do it very gently. So let's review again. You're going to start by doing your clavicle nodes. Push in and down, and then you can do your neck either with your fingertips or a cupped hand. You're going to start here, push in and down, move up and down, and come all the way up until you're doing underneath your chin. And you can do the sides of your neck as well. Now, once your neck is finished, you then are going to start doing your face, and you want to start at the bottom of your face and work up. So if you start by using your fingertips and push in right by your chin and just push in and down and move off to the sides a little bit like this, push in and down, go all the way over to the sides of your jaws and underneath your ears, push in and down. And come back, and you want to get the top lip, which is not going to drain down, it's going to drain sideways. So start from the outside with a couple of fingers like this, push in and over, and then work your way to the middle like this. All right, very good. Now, this part right here comes down on a V shape, an angle like this, an upside down V. So if you push your fingers in like this, push in and down, and then work your way up like this, up towards the top of your nose. Put your hands underneath your eyes, push in and down like this, come around to the sides to where your temples are, and then just keep working your way up to the middle of your forehead. You're going to put your hands in this position now because the lymph from your forehead is going to drain across. Start from the outside, lift your hands up, and slowly work your way in until you've gotten all the way into the center. Then go back and drain your clavicle nodes again, like this. It's very important that you periodically go back and redrain your clavicle nodes as they are going to get full from draining the lymph from your face. Now we're going to move on to draining the lymph out of our arms. And the lymph in your arms and your hands drains up from your fingers on up this way, and it drains into the nodes that are underneath your armpits. So the first thing that we want to do is to get the lymph that's in the nodes under the armpits moving. And so if you take your hand and put it right up underneath your armpits, all of your fingers, and push in so you have pressure on it, and then push over towards your heart, just like this. Push in and over, and don't drag it, but just push it in and over like this. Okay? And then once you've done that 6 or 7 times, we're going to start by moving the lymph from your arm into these nodes, and then we're going to work our way down to the tips of our fingers. So if you start on your shoulder, just cup your hand, push gently down onto your shoulder and up this way, and then lift up and start to move down your arm. And as you do, you can put your hand around to the side like this and push in and up so that you get the back of your arm. You can turn your arm over this way and put it up onto your bicep on the side. This way you'll get the nodes all the way. You can cup your hand underneath like this and keep moving down. And as you move down, just remember that you're going to be lifting your hand up and pushing in and up towards your armpit. And never drag your hand. And when you get to your hand, you can begin to use your fingertips and just gently push onto your skin and up and lift up and keep going like this. And then you can turn your hand over, do the same thing, push with your fingertips onto the palm of your hand, move up, go right into the middle, kind of comes out this way on one of those V shapes again. And then as you keep moving towards your fingertips and your thumb, You can then drain the lymph out of your fingers by starting at the bottom and moving towards your fingernail, and just take 2 of your fingers and gently push in and up like this. Lift up, go towards the middle, in and up, and you can go all the way to your fingertips. You can turn to the side and do the sides also this same way. And then do it for each of your fingertips. All the way out to your fingertips. You can do it for each finger. And this will get the lymph flowing all the way through. Once you're finished all the way to the end of your fingertips, go back underneath your armpit again. Push in and over, in and over, in and over. Then you're going to switch across and you're going to do the other arm. By just taking your other hand, push underneath your armpit, in and over, 6 or 7 times, and then repeat that same process on the other arm until you've got the lymph drained out of your arms. Your hands and arms should start to feel very relaxed and loose at this point. And now you want to go back once again to the nodes that are right above your collarbones. Push in, and you're going to continue with your lymph drainage by doing 6 or 7 more massages onto those nodes. And once you've got your arms done, it's time to do your chest area, your stomach area, and as best you can, your back. And first thing that we want to do is just take our fingertips like this and touch them together. And then you're going to put your hand right here in the middle of your breastbone. You're just going to push those fingertips gently in and push up like this, and then lift your hands up, move down a little bit, push in and up. There's a very large lymph duct that runs down through the middle of your body called your thoracic duct. You can't really reach it by pushing in with your fingers like this. It's more of an energetic thing that just kind of sending energy to your body and telling it to begin to move. Then you can take your hands like this and push them against your rib cage and just gently push in and up this way, and then lift them up, move down to your sides, push in and up, and keep doing that. Move across to the middle, push in and up like this. Now, as best you can, you want to do the same thing to your back. So if you can put your hands around to your back and push in and up, and in and up, and just bring it all the way down here. So now that's going to get the lymph from your torso moving. And it's not the easiest thing when you're doing self-lymphatic drainage to get all the lymph in your torso going. But if at some point you want to go and have a professional massage done, you can find a lymph drainage therapist in your local area, and you can go and get that done. So once you've finished doing your torso area, the next thing we're going to do is get the lymph from the top of your legs moving. And there are some nodes that are right here down close to your belt line, and there's other ones that are here on the inside of where your groin muscles are. And if you take your fingers like this and just push in down towards where your belt sits and push in and up like this, you'll start to get the lymph flowing in those nodes as well. You can do the same thing on the side towards your groin muscles, push in like this and up. And then to do your legs, you want to start at the top of your leg like this, and you can put your hands onto the top of your leg and gently push in and push it up towards your hip and lift your hands up. Move it again towards the middle of your thigh and push in and up, and then also go just towards your knee and push in and up. Then you can also go underneath to get where your hamstring muscles are and do the same thing. Push in and up, move, push in and up until you come to your knee. After you do both legs, the next thing we're going to do is prepare the flow of the lymph to come from your feet and your lower leg and move on up. And also we're going to drain the lymph in your knee. Many people have swollen knees or problems with their knees, and this is a very effective way to